rare, real photos you need to see. Tenggurese people, a Javanese ethnic group tracing lineage to Majapahit princes, gathered at Mount Bromo's crater during the Yadnya Kasada festival. Hurricane Dorian's aerial view of damage in Marsh Harbor, Bahamas, revealed catastrophic devastation. Will Hyde from Darlington, dressed as Chewbacca, carried a surfboard across the beach on the opening day of the Scarborough Sci-Fi Weekend. The endangered Mary River turtle, found only in Queensland's Mary River, and noted for its green mohawk, chin growths, and ability to breathe through its genitals. A cat was rescued after clinging to a trailer surrounded by floodwaters caused by the overflowing Cape Fear River following Hurricane Florence. Historic Mississippi River flooding has severed the roadway connecting Missouri and Illinois at their border near St. Mary. Young residents of San Nicolas de los Ranchos danced as sinacates in their traditional carnival. Despite localized restrictions imposed after England's initial lockdown easing, a family picnicked by the Angel of the North. A Second World War bomb detonated several meters underground in Halbach, leaving a crater in a cornfield. French police patrolled the Oie Plage beach near Calais to intercept an increasing number of migrants attempting the dangerous channel crossing. Hooded penitents from the La Paz Brotherhood participated in a Holy Week procession in Cordoba. Sub-zero temperatures caused thick ice to form on the American Falls, as viewed from the Canadian side. An Indonesian Ecoton activist prepared an art installation of 4,244 plastic bottles collected from a Gresik River to highlight plastic pollution in waterways. An aerial shot captures the vibrant hues of Wukaitan, or Rainbow Beach, five-colored hills. Egyptian officials inspected an intact sarcophagus, one of two discovered in the Al-Asasif necropolis. A railroad causeway bisects the Great Salt Lake near Corinne. Sutton New Hall Cemetery will accommodate more burials due to its recent chambers during the COVID-19 pandemic. Italian Coast Guard divers worked to free a sperm whale entangled in a fishing net north of Sicily's Aeolian Islands. Activists dug symbolic graves on Copacabana Beach to represent COVID-19 deaths and protest Brazil's pandemic response. The Mayan volcano continued its eruption as the sun set behind Legazpi City. Smoke billowed over East Gippsland, Victoria, as wildfires prompted Australia's largest peacetime evacuation across northeast Victoria and the New South Wales south coast. A significant wildfire west of Athens engulfed homes and triggered evacuations as it raged through rough, wooded terrain in the village of Chinos. Mount Sinabung volcano erupted as seen from Kuta Rakyat village in Karo. A Rotterdam metro train, having overshot the station, precariously rested on the plastic tail of a whale sculpture. Vehicles were caught in a traffic jam on an expressway in Zhengzhou at the conclusion of the Mid-Autumn Festival. The border fence stretches into the Pacific Ocean, demarcating the U.S. left and Mexico. Spectators observed the burning of a Gothic-style structure made of twigs and debris. Visitors strolled past the Angel of the North statue, overlooking the northeast region of England. Residents displayed a large Catalan peace banner during a pro-independence demonstration on Catalonia's National Day. Polar bears inhabited an abandoned weather station on Russia's Kolyuchin Island. Pelicans flew past a boy on a scooter in St. James's Park during the lockdown. People bowed before a mosaic of deceased North Korean leaders in Pyongyang. Ash-smeared Hindu devotees danced in a religious procession preceding the Mahakumbh Mela festival. A sedated baby long-tailed macaque awaited sterilization as part of efforts to control the growing unruly population. Despite Donald Trump's claim of victory in halting illegal immigration after meeting with Claudia Sheinbaum, Mexico asserted it was already managing its borders and would not close them, even as a state-sponsored border wall was being built. A technician drove past artwork reproductions lining the Seine in preparation for the Olympic Games opening ceremony. A stag rested among frosty foliage in London's Richmond Park as the UK experienced its coldest night of the winter. A fisher surveyed boats damaged by Hurricane Beryl at the Bridgetown Fisheries in Barbados. Illegal fires deforested an Amazon area in La Brea. A composite image created from 6 hours of exposures reveals the Medusa Nebula IC443, a supernova remnant in Gemini, 5,000 light-years from Earth. Parachicos dancers performed during the St. Sebastian celebration in Chiapa de Corzo. Illuminated fairy chimneys, unique geological formations in Cappadocia, The Milky Way illuminated the night sky above Bamberg Lighthouse. Scientists examined a 44,000-year-old permafrost-preserved wolf at a Russian university. A firefighter sprayed water to combat a fire near the Bonzel community in San Diego County. Poles commemorated the Warsaw Uprising's 80th anniversary with flares. Children played in the waves at Havana's Malecon after Hurricane Ian caused a nationwide power outage. Londoners ride the tube without trousers for an annual event. Migrants stood on an iron boat near the open arms NGO rescue ship Astral in the central Mediterranean Sea. A massive crocodile responsible for livestock disappearances was captured in Zimbabwe in 2010. Performers celebrate the Celtic-inspired Samhain Fire Festival, marking the shift to winter. Lightning struck the Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro. El Salvador moved thousands of suspected gang members to a new mega-prison. A massive landslide in Alausi, Ecuador, killed at least 7 and buried homes. Firefighters slowed the oak fire near Yosemite. Villagers gathered around a deceased sperm whale beached on Yemalet. A child observed Mitarais Eros-bound sculpture representing love and civilization's decline in Krakow Square. Climate change threatens Arctic habitats, as evidenced by a polar bear observed during a Turkish research expedition near Svalbard. Spain faces its worst wildfire year in 30 years as firefighters battle blazes like the one in Cañiza. Ocean rebellion activists protested destructive fishing at the UN climate conference. Divers in Vladivostok participated in an ice diving class at the Sea Frog Scuba Diving Center. A gibbon wandered among miniature vehicle models at a Bakhchisarai Zoo. Snorkelers observed sandbar sharks drawn to the warm water outlet of an Israeli power plant. Israel retaliated against Hamas rocket attacks with airstrikes on Lebanon and Gaza. Extinction Rebellion protesters held a demonstration outside Dublin government buildings. A fire destroyed nearly 100 migrant homes in Laguna Verde. Mexico City's annual Day of the Dead parade featured vibrant participant performances. Cyclists descended Mont Ventoux during the Tour de France's 11th stage. Scientists discovered the bones of 14 mammoths in what appears to be humanity's first known mammoth trap. Jonas Vingegaard's Tour de France victory was celebrated in Copenhagen. Tourists rode camels at Dunhuang's Mingsha Mountain and Crescent Lake. A volcanic eruption occurred under the Aurora Borealis. Off Baja California Sur, a gray whale playfully bumped a tourist boat. The coastal fire destroyed 20 hillside homes ignited from a canyon below. A stray dog sought shelter under a collapsed roof amidst tall volcanoes' heavy ashfall. Torrential rain, following weeks of heat, prompted a thunderstorm warning and soaked pedestrians on the Millennium Bridge. Cyclists ascended the Col du Galibier Pass during the Tour de France's 12th stage. Lava from La Palma's volcano engulfed fitness machines in ash. The airport's departure board reflected travel disruptions during the COVID-19 outbreak. Sunlight transformed Yosemite's Horsetail Fall into a fiery firefall. Kathmandu glowed during Diwali, the festival celebrating light's victory over darkness. A surge of climbers created long, hazardous queues at the summit of Mount Everest. Hurricane Dorian's strong winds and heavy rain battered the southeast U.S. coast. An anteater with a broken paw rested in a bathroom sink at a veterinarian's home. A giant inflatable companion sculpture by Cause was displayed at a Hong Kong shipyard for Art Basel. Protests left behind damaged melted traffic lights. Penitents from La Paz Brotherhood processed to church in Seville for Palm Sunday. Relentless storms devastated California, causing floods, deaths, and widespread damage. 2 giant panda cubs were seen in their enclosure at the research center. Fleisch vineyards are testing frost candles to mitigate crop damage from frost. Pesticide spraying combats a new desert locust swarm in Meru. Horned and masked men prepared to boat across the Danube for a traditional carnival. A young polar bear feeds on a bowhead whale carcass from a subsistence hunt near Kaktovik. Ganges floodwaters expose shallow graves of suspected COVID-19 victims and other bodies near a cremation site. Veterinarian Grisha Marquis nursed a dehydrated, underweight spectacled owl back to health after it fell from a tree. A volcanic eruption meets a lightning storm, showcasing nature's raw power in a single dramatic scene.